Today we will do factors which determine the price elasticity of demand. So there are many factors which influence the elasticity of demand. What do we see over here? Is the demand more elastic or less elastic? So first we will take the first point, that is availability of substitutes. If a commodity has many substitutes, especially if it has close substitutes, its demand will be more elastic. Like for example, tea and coffee, Coke and Pepsi, what happens? If the price of one increases, people will start buying the other commodity. So therefore, their demand is more elastic. Whereas if we take commodities like salt, which don't have close substitutes, then their demand will be less elastic. The next is postponement of consumption. Postponement of consumption means there are certain commodities which you have to buy now and use all the time, and there are certain commodities which you need not buy right now. You can buy them later also. So the commodities whose consumption can be postponed have an elastic demand. Like anything like home theater, washing machine or something like that, you can postpone its consumption for the future. So its demand will be more elastic. Whereas if we take necessities, can you postpone the use of food grains? You can't say that this month I won't buy and I won't eat food grains, I'll buy them next month. So these cannot be postponed, therefore their demand is inelastic. The next is proportion of expenditure. So if we spend only a small part of income on certain things, like say if we take needle, thread, as a student, if you take ballpoint pens, you spend a very small proportion of the income on these goods. So their demand is inelastic. Now what about goods where you spend a larger proportion or significant part of your income? On the demand for those goods will be more elastic. Like if we take expensive purses, expensive suits, what can we do? We can always buy them later. So therefore we are spending a huge amount of our income on these goods. So therefore the demand will be very elastic. The next is nature of commodities. So before we talk about this, I'll explain to you what the three kinds of commodities are. The first is necessities. Necessities are those which we cannot do without, like food grains, essential medicine, salt, etc. Comforts are those goods which make our lives more comfortable, which make our lives easier, better. So like fan, motorcycle, etc. And luxuries are goods which are more expensive. So these are the three kinds of goods. Now if we take necessities, the demand for necessities is less elastic. Why? Because you have to buy them. If a person is sick and they need essential medicines, they have to buy them, even if the price increases. Therefore, their demand will be less elastic. Now, where comforts are concerned, they are like medium range expensive. So, if the price increases by a certain amount, the demand will decrease by the same amount, the same proportion rather. So, if the price, on the other hand, if it decreases, the demand will increase in the same proportion. So usually the elasticity of demand for these is unity. Now where luxuries are concerned, the demand for these things, since they are very expensive, their demand is highly elastic. The next is different uses of the commodity. If a commodity has many uses, its elasticity of demand will be more. If we take commodities like milk, petrol, electricity, these have many uses. Now let's take electricity. If its price decreases, we will use a lot of appliances, we will use a lot of electricity, its demand will increase. And if it becomes very expensive, then we will use it more judiciously. So what happens that the commodities which have many uses, their elasticity of demand is more. Whereas a commodity which has only a single use or one use, it has to be used for that. There is no other use of that commodity. That usually has an inelastic demand. The next is time period. Now if we see in a short period of time, demand is less elastic. Whereas in the longer time period, demand is more elastic. Now if we take the next point, change in income. Usually what happens when income increases, people buy more goods, and especially they buy more of luxuries. They don't buy more of necessities. The demand for necessities is inelastic. It remains the same. Whereas if their income falls, then they will start buying less of luxuries. So with the change in income, what happens? The elasticity of demand for luxuries is more. The elasticity of demand for comforts is less. And necessities have an inelastic demand. Habits. This is very interesting. Now, there are certain things which people are habituated to. If we take cigarettes for a smoker, now even if the price increases to double of what it is, he will still consume the same number of cigarettes. So the elasticity of demand for this will be inelastic. Then comes joint demand. So there are many commodities which are jointly demanded, like car and petrol. So if the elasticity of demand for car is more, it will be the same for petrol. So what this means is the elasticity of demand is determined of car by the elasticity of demand for petrol, or elasticity is determined by the elasticity of the other commodity. Then comes distribution of income. What income are we talking about over here? National income. So if the income is equitably distributed in the society, what will happen? There will be more number of middle class people in the society. Now these middle class people are highly affected by increase or decrease in price. So their demand is more elastic. But if the income is inequitably distributed, there will be a lot of poor people and there will be a lot of rich people. So the poor will buy only necessities. So the demand for necessities, you already know, is inelastic. And rich people, they usually buy luxuries and their demand is also inelastic because changes in price have no effect to them. They are already so rich, they are already earning so much that if a car's price increases by say 20,000 to 25,000, it makes no difference to them. So for the rich and the poor, the elasticity of demand is inelastic. And for if there are more middle class people in the society, the elasticity of demand will be more. So we come to the conclusion that if there is equal distribution of income, then the elasticity of demand will be more. And if there is unequal distribution of income, then the elasticity of demand will be less, or it will be inelastic. The next is price level. Price level means there are commodities which are very expensive and commodities which are very cheap. So for both the very expensive and very cheap commodities, the elasticity of demand will be inelastic because the very costly things are consumed by the rich people. So if the price increases or decreases, it makes no difference to them. And the necessities have to be consumed. The cheap things are usually which are consumed by the poor. So they have to be consumed. So obviously, again, their elasticity of demand will be very less, or it will be inelastic. So these were all the factors which influence the elasticity of demand. Next, we will learn how to measure the price elasticity of demand.